Morning guys. This video, I'm sad to say, is going to be a negative. I know some of you don't like it when I actually do these videos, but the whole point of my video log is to bring out the good, the bad and the ugly. And this negative is actually a lot to do with Nissan customer support here in the UK. It's not actually Beverly's fault. I know some of the issues I've had with her has obviously been her fault, but the point I'm trying to make is that Nissan customer services here in the UK, in my opinion, need a drastic overhaul. I don't know if it's the managers not making notes on the computer systems, whether complaints or warranty issues have not been followed up. I don't know if they actually have that in place, but basically what the video is going to center on today is the fact of 3 issues I actually had with the Leaf. And I'll be honest, I was going to give Nissan UK the benefit of the doubt, and maybe 1 or maybe 2 might have been flukes, but I've called them on a 3rd occasion now, and it's basically exactly the same on all 3 counts. Now, the first issue was regarding my privacy glass, which if you look at my videos way before I took delivery of the 2018 Nissan Leaf, our local council banned the use of privacy glass, which I mentioned in a video back, I believe, in January, February time, which basically meant that the 2.0, which come with privacy glass, I couldn't take delivery of. So I had to basically cancel the order and wait for the other models to be announced, which would have been the Ascenta, which didn't have privacy glass, and then up the spec on that particular vehicle. Anyway, going back to this potential issue, I rang Nissan customer support. Does it matter if I wasn't actually an actual customer at that point? I had put a deposit down, quite a sizable deposit, back in October last year. So was I officially a customer then or not? Don't know. Anyway, on their website and in a lot of their brochures in the dealerships, they actually state, especially on the website, I must admit, it actually states that within 2 working days, they promise to rectify or resolve any potential issue. And that's utter garbage. And I'll tell you the reasons why now. When I first rung up regarding the privacy glass, I wanted to know the exact shade or the opacity of the glass in the privacy glass, because our local councils, like a lot of boroughs around the UK, restrict you. I believe ours was about 48%, if I remember rightly. It's good, nearly 3/4 of a year ago now. But basically some councils are like 25%, so I needed to know how dark that glass was so I could either proceed with the order or cancel it. And they never got back to me. I chased them up a second time and nothing ever come to it. And as a matter of course, our council had it overruled regarding the privacy glass anyway, so I basically reordered the 2.0. Lucky enough, Derek, my salesman, if you follow the vlog, basically managed to source one of the remaining 2.0s in the UK, and the rest, as I say, is history. So that was the first issue. The second issue was in regards to the seat issue. And again, if you watched all of these issues, if you've watched my video log, you'll know about these. It was a seat issue. My driver's seat sagged to such an extent that basically required a new seat base foam. And I had to take the vehicle back to the main dealer on 2 occasions. It wasn't an issue like something that was only doing it every now and again that we all have on these vehicles. This was a physical thing. You could physically see the seat had dropped compared to the passenger side, and I had to go back in twice, which, you know, was a lot of time and money, but hey ho, not a problem. That was that. But then I spent nearly 15 minutes on the second occasion after I rang Nissan customer support, because basically the dealership said that Nissan UK wasn't going to replace the seat base. So I had to ring him back a second time after the first time, and basically I was on the phone to this gentleman for about 15 minutes. All our customer support people are all pleasurable. That's not the problem. So basically, when I was actually speaking to this gentleman, I was basically saying, why do I need to take the vehicle back to the dealership for a second time, when the dealership's actually seen it's a physical issue that's actually wrong with the vehicle, and they said they just want to do a further examination. So yeah, anyway, so basically went back into the second time, and then Nissan UK requested the dealer to request from me photographic evidence. So the dealer, sorry, Nissan UK do not believe the dealerships when there's warranty claims. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. And if Nissan UK, if you guys or any of your customer support guys or management's watching this, you need to rectify this. Because if you don't trust your dealerships, you're going to lose customers. Because I can categorically tell you right here and now, regardless of faults or not I have with Beverly or the 2018 Nissan Leaf, for the rest of its life, I will not be renewing this vehicle with another Nissan, period. I'm telling you that right now, because that's totally unacceptable. It's just ridiculous that you have to go down that route to basically convince the parent company that there's an issue, whatever. Anyway, so I took the photographic evidence, but so I had to ring them back, and I never heard nothing back. They was going to do follow-up calls, nothing ever happened. And then the last one, which happened recently, was regards to my EV Connect app, which works 50% of the time. And I believe a lot of people have had problems with the EV app because the head unit, apart from the surround, is transferred over from the last vehicle over to the new vehicle, and they're still having problems with it. But the point I wanted to make is that was a selling point on this vehicle. And again, run customer services, haven't heard a whistle. So that's 3 strikes. So my advice to you guys, if you are expecting to get customer support from Nissan UK, good luck. It's non-existent. Yes, they answer the calls, but there's no follow-ups, there's no follow-up emails, no conversations, no ringbacks, nothing. And it weren't just like I said back there, this is 3 times. So in the future, I'm basically going to be out on a limb. I'm not going to get any support. So I've basically got to rely on the dealership, which will then have potential problems with me getting warranty work done because they don't believe the dealership. This is absolutely stupid, and I'm sorry if this is coming off across as a rant. I can't believe that this is actually happening. I'll be honest with you guys, I actually owned Nissans nearly 3 decades ago. My first ever brand new vehicle was a Nissan Micra. I actually had a few second-hand Micras before. Loved the vehicles. And I owned a couple of Nissan Sunnies. One was a sports model, and then I had 2 Nissan Bluebirds. And any potential issues, admittedly the cars were very reliable, but every vehicle has problems. Back then I used to get in contact with Nissan UK if there was any potential issues. I think I called them once because all the issues were dealt with by the dealers and there was no issues. I never had to, I think I called Nissan UK once regarding, I can't remember it was decades ago, but I remember calling them once. But back then the parent company believed the dealerships and everything just worked. I don't know what's happened in 3 decades, but like I just said a few minutes ago, if this doesn't change and I have future issues, I will not be buying another one of these, another Nissan, period. Don't care how good the cars are, because we need support. And I appreciate this is only when the vehicle's in warranty. Outside the warranty, it isn't going to matter because obviously it'll just be repaired by the dealer and it'll be money exchanging hands, so they'll just get on and do the jobs. So yeah, on that note, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't really want to turn around and say to you, if you've got a 2018 Nissan or 2019, if you're watching this a few months on order, and this only is applicable to the UK. I take it the call centre is just one call centre in the UK. But I don't know where the legal grounds for people to hold Nissan accountable if they've actually stated it's a promise that within 2 working days something will be rectified or resolved. Don't know. Anyway, guys, that's about it for this kind of rant video. I just wanted to bring it to your attention that if you do have potential issues with the vehicles, and you expect calls back from Nissan UK, hopefully by the time you watch this in months or years, things might have changed, but towards the tail end of 2018, that's the way it stands. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a good weekend, and I will speak to you guys soon. Bye for now.